Much YaHaWa to the family, much YaHaWa to the tribe. Welcome back to another episode of Templar Up. I'm your host and your Templar, Urban Reed. Paxcopia to you and yours. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is blessed. Before we begin, I just wanted to say thanks to Brother King. If you've been surfing the wave, he did a drop on the drop, and good looking out and getting it out there on that on the last drop, for you to see, and I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody surfing the wave and falling back. We're doing this together. You know what I'm saying? We're not. There ain't nobody solo dolo. You know what I'm saying? We individual drops creating the wave. You know what I'm saying? Off Mount Marema. But today I just wanted to get a little cozy, and again, not necessarily in any particular, part two or anything, but just a continuation of the flow. Over the years, you'll hear me say, we got to do our homework. So this is kind of more of a homework drop. Just make sure that we cover our checkpoints. We make sure that okay, when we get dropped in one area of topic, does it line up with dropping another area of topic? You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to keep the code. Now, with that being said, my intentions were to do blue, purple, red drop today, but the information kept pushing in a different direction. So, make sure that you are definitely tuning in and surfing the wave. Surf the Wave Challenge 5 nights a week. Tell a friend. We've been doing this over the years, and it's definitely been a journey. It's been fun. It's been a hell of a ride. You know what I'm saying? But the beauty of things, with technology, I'll let Brother King, take it away.
Peace and power, my nugget.
Peace and power.
Is you keeping the code, man? Hey, shout out to the tribe, man. Yeah, man, I'm in my robe right now. This is cozy drop, man. This is what I wear when I'm kicking it back, doing some web design or something crazy. I've been, designing this new drop shop, man, just enjoying the flow. Just getting my, web tech on a little bit. Go ahead and enjoy the drop shop, support the drop shop, and get the new Keep the Code drip drop. And this is where you can come to get the daily drop, man. I'm going to come in for like 2 or 3 minutes every single day and, kick back with a noggin. As much as I can, man. Just come in here, kick back with you maybe once or twice a day and just do updates right here for your daily drop, my noggin. Right now your daily drop, man, is, get your Zons on. Enjoy the water, man. We got the water flowing because right now, man, that's the best message we can get. Ain't no message I can give better than that water. You know what I'm saying? And we all, need that flow. I hope you keep that water flowing. Definitely keep the fire burning. And look out for the updates, man. We back right here at 432thedrop.com, man. This is where we at, and this is where we get cozy, man. Hey, shout out to my noggins, man. Shabbat Shalom, shop the drop, and enjoy the flow.
YaHaWa. Tawada. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. I think that says it all right there. You know what I'm saying? Drop Nation, what it do? And that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to bring it all together over the years. Keeping the water flowing and the fires burning. So thank you guys for all the support over the years, and stay tuned. We coming in hot. Coming in hot. But now you understand why I wanted to make sure that we just relax, man. Fall back. All right. Now, what are we gonna do today? I had a couple of different things that again I was originally gonna dig on. What is this? Let's check this out. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This is one of the drops from this is one. What was this? Two Babylons. Right. Two Babylons. This is something I was digging on. That was in the ether pack. You know what I'm saying? That golden bullet. So I was just digging on, doing homework. I thought what we'll do here is take forever to load. Just dig on it a little bit. Like I said, we falling back, man. We already won. Man, I feel good. How y'all feeling? How y'all reeling? Yeah. Oh yeah. Two Babylons. Alexander Hislop. Chapter 1. Distinctive character of the two systems. We're not gonna stay on here. We're not gonna stay on here. All right. But I've highlighted a couple of unique lines. So we're just gonna dig on just the first page here. All right. In leading proof of the Babylonian character of the Papal Church, in the first point, to which I solicit the reader's attention, is the character of mystery, which attaches alike to the modern Roman or Romani, right, and ancient Babylonian systems. The gigantic system of moral corruption and idolatry described in the passage under the emblem of the woman with the golden cup in her hand, Revelation 17:4, making all nations drunk with the wine of her fornication, Revelation 17:2, Revelations 18:3, is divinely called mystery, right? Babylon the Great, Revelation 17:5, that Paul's mystery of iniquity, as described in 2 Thessalonians, right, 2:7, has its counterpart in the Church of Rome. No man of candid mind who has carefully examined, where was it? Carefully examined the subject can easily doubt. Such was the impression made by that account on the mind of the great Sir Matthew Hale, no mean judge of evidence, that he used to say that if the apostolic description were inserted in the public hue and cry, any constable in the realm would be warranted in seizing wherever he found him, the Bishop of Rome, as the head of that quote-unquote mystery of iniquity. Now, as the system here described is equally characterized by the name of mystery, it may be presumed that both passages refer to the same system. But the language applied to the New Testament Babylon, right, as the reader cannot fail to see, naturally leads us back to Babylon of the ancient world, as the apostolic woman has her hand a cup wherewith she intoxicates the nation. So was it with the Babylon of old, right? Phantasm and duplications, timelines, and history. But let's keep it moving. It says that of that Babylon, while in all its glory, the Lord thus spake in denouncing its doom by the prophet Jeremiah. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and made all the earth drunken, all the nations have drunken her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Jeremiah 51 and 7. And we're gonna keep digging on what is a mystery, because a mystery is my story, and my story is your story, right? But again, keep this in the back of your mind. We're gonna definitely dig on it. Again, this is just something that was in the ether pack. Ether split out, where we relax and fall back. Where we get, home drive nation, where we're just getting what? We just getting a little cozy. Just a little cozy. It's alright. We're just getting a little cozy. Alright, so what we here to do today? Let's see here. Well, now you guys have heard me speak about multiple times the book of Job and about Gideon. I mention him a lot, and the reason why I mention him a lot is because he's an example of staying on code, and how being an example is what made him mighty. But he was declared mighty by YaHaWa when he was at his lowest. Now, there's a couple of different things that we're gonna try to dig on today, and we're not going to try to dwell too long on any one particular topic per se. Okay. Now, in Judges chapter 6, right? The story begins for Gideon. Now, it's when you get down to verse here it is. I think it's right here. Okay, verse 8. Let's start there. Now, that the Lord sent, and we're talking about YaHaWa, that YaHaWa sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, Thus saith YaHaWa, power of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt, I brought you forth out of the house of bondage, and I've delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of all that oppressed you, and drave them out before you, and gave you their land. And I said unto you, I am YaHaWa, your power. Fear not the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But ye have not obeyed my voice. And there came an angel of YaHaWa, right? A dragon. An angel of YaHaWa, and sat under the oak, which was in Oprah, that pertained unto Joash the Abizrite, and his son Gideon threshed wheat by the winepress to hide it from the Midianites. The angel of YaHaWa appeared unto him and said unto him, YaHaWa is with thee, you mighty man of valor. Now, let's continue, but keep that in mind. All right. Now, and Gideon said unto him, O my Lord, if YaHaWa be with us, why then is all this befallen us? And where be all his miracles which our fathers told us of, saying, Did not YaHaWa bring us up from Egypt? And now YaHaWa has forsaken us and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites. Now, before we continue, and it's really important because chapter 6, 7, and 8 of Judges is really where you want to do your homework and focus. But again, we're going to go back to where he was already declared a mighty man, right, of valor. All right, so let's dig on it. So, according to the Webster's Dictionary, right, 1828, valor. Strength of mind in regard to danger. That quality which enables a man to encounter danger with firmness, personal bravery, courage, intrepidity, prowess. When valor preys on reason, it eats the sword it fights with. The contemplation he and valor formed, ad valorem in commerce, according to the value, and as an ad valorem duty. Now, this is according to the Webster Dictionary. To be what? To be YaHaWa, right? Strong. To be YaHaWa, word, right? Valor. Let's go back. Because we're only talking about what? We're only talking about dragons. We're talking about the 9 worthies. It's imperative to understand the tone. So we're only talking frequency, energy, and vibration in any way. You know what I'm saying? You know, we dug on it, you know the mood, you know what I'm saying? How you say something. But again, we're talking about the 9 worthies, right? So just wanted to remind you of that, okay? Let's go back. It's valor. Now, I want you to pay attention. And I want you to pay attention to courage. Because by 1828, courage is added. It's been conjoined, it's been added to valor. Because courage is actually courage is acting, is the action from a coward. One who's a coward who acts against the bully. That coward is where you get the word courage. Okay? It's similar to, but it is not the same as valor. Okay? Nothing wrong with having courage. Alright, now let's get it by the, I think this is the etymology, right? Valor. Valor. Can y'all see that alright? Slide that over some. Jeez. I'm sorry. This sucker's like super large. Hope y'all can see that alright. Alright, valor. And the noun, it's a noun, right? Value, worth. Old French, valor, valor. Moral, worth, right? Merit. And then you get courage. Okay? Virtue. right? Virtue. Go back. The 9 worthies are men of virtue, right? They're considered princes. Okay. I mean, this is all fascinating. When you break the code and can bring it all together, man, this is fascinating. It really is. Oh, just really wanted to want you guys to dig on it, right? Let's get this one bigger. Do I already have this one open up? I might not. But yeah, man. There's a black man discovered the fountain of youth. This is supposed to be King David. You know what I'm saying? King David suited and booted. You know, when he's in his Swan night mode. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I'm not joking. Maybe it's my computer, but you know, he's pretty swarthy. He's definitely pretty swarthy. And again, another consistency you see with what, you know, his color tone. If you notice, just about every image of Prester John we come across has a predominant red theme. They all have a predominant red theme. It's pretty interesting, pretty wild. Like I said, I was going to do something totally different, talking about colors, but we'll have to get that back like another time. All right, Valor. All right, Valor. Now, from Valorum, right? Value, worth, made of Latin strength, valor. All right, Valere, or Valere, all right. Be strong, be worth. From the pi root, what? Wall. To be strong. YaHaWa, strong. So let's dig on the pie. Dig on some pie. Dragons on the wall, right? You know. And to be a dragon on the wall, you know what I'm saying? That wall is what? Already got YaHaWa in it. It's the strong wall, right? The strong tower, right? But look at all these different words, these different, sorry about that, these different names you get, right? There's a lot of names that come from this. There's your Arnold double swarthy, right? A swarthy nigger, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying? Even Donald, you know, equivalent. You know, you're dealing with Donald Trump, right? Right. And notice how the root, as far as this pi is concerned, you get definitions from the negative. You know, like a negative commandment, like invalid, right? To be not strong, or invalid, of no legal force, right? This is why to be black has no standing in law. You know, why you have to read your black law dictionary. You know, there's definite levels to this. So, but this is where you get valiant, valor, valid, value, Vladimir, right? You got Ronald, right? You also got Reynolds. Just, you know, but then taking it all the way down, right? What's it down here by the Celtic? Wallows, right? Ruler, right? To have power. To be able. This is important because it's not. I'm bringing up a lot of points as far as to be. You notice that to be, YaHaWa, plays a lot in this, and because your power comes from that, You know, we always say, you know, about it's about knowing who you are. And sometimes as you go out in life, you have to be the example. You have to be an elder. You have to be a father. You have to be a son. You have to be a daughter. You have to be a queen. It's not enough just simply to say it. You know, we're talking about regal Negro. Because remember, Prester John, right, is your last noble image. Right? Last noble image. Now, I wanted to dig on, how are we doing on time? I want to dig on 27 here. And I also wanted to dig on number 8. Let's dig on it. We're going to fall back, and I think what we're going to do is just listen to chapter 7 and chapter 8. Okay? Alright, I think I can do this. Let's see here. Alright. Well, go ahead, Max. Do your thing.
Judges 7. Then Jerubbaal, who was Gideon.
No. I want to switch it up for Max. I like Max. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on you, Max. It was another one. Where is it? There it is. I wanted that one. This was try. I listened to this earlier, and yeah, it was kind of cool. We just falling back, man. I hope y'all don't mind. Like I say.
Chapter 7. Then Jerubbaal, who was Gideon, and all the people that were with him, rose up early and pitched beside the well of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them, by the hill of Morah in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon,
The people that are with thee are too many for me to give to the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, Mine own hand hath saved me. Now therefore, go to, proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, Whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return, and depart early from Mount Gilead.
And there returned to the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000. And the Lord said unto Gideon,
The people are yet too many. Bring them down into the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be, that of whom I say unto thee, This shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And of whomsoever I say unto thee, This shall not go with thee, the same shall not go.
So he brought down the people unto the water. And the Lord said unto Gideon,
Every one that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise every one that boweth down upon his knees to drink.
And the number of them that lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink water. And the Lord said unto Gideon,
By the 300 men that lapped will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand. And let all the other people go, every man unto his place.
So the people took victuals in their hand, and their trumpets, and he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men, and the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley. And it came to pass the same night, that the Lord said unto him,
Arise, get thee down unto the host, for I have delivered it into thine hand. But if thou fear to go down, go thou with Phurah thy servant down to the host, and thou shalt hear what they say, and afterward shall thine hands be strengthened to go down unto the host.
Then went he down with Phurah his servant unto the outside of the armed men that were in the host. And the Midianites and the Amalekites and all the children of the east lay along in the valley like grasshoppers for multitude. And their camels were without number, as the sand by the seaside for multitude. And when Gideon was come, behold, there was a man that told a dream unto his fellow, and said,
Behold, I dreamed a dream, and lo, a cake of barley bread tumbled into the host of Midian, and came unto a tent, and smote it, that it fell, and overturned it, that the tent lay along.
And his fellow answered and said,
This is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel. For into his hand hath God delivered Midian and all the host.
And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation thereof, that he worshipped, and returned into the host of Israel, and said,
Arise, for the Lord hath delivered into your hand the host of Midian.
And he divided the 300 men into 3 companies, and he put a trumpet in every man's hand, with empty pitchers and lamps within the pitchers. And he said unto them,
Look on me, and do likewise. And behold, when I come to the outside of the camp, it shall be that as I do, so shall ye do. When I blow with the trumpet, I and all that are with me, then blow ye the trumpets also on every side of all the camp, and say, The sword of the Lord and of Gideon.
So Gideon and the 100 men that were with him came unto the outside of the camp in the beginning of the middle watch, and they had but newly set the watch. And they blew the trumpets, and brake the pitchers that were in their hands. And the 3 companies blew the trumpets, and brake the pitchers, and held the lamps in their left hands, and the trumpets in their right hands, to blow withal. And they cried,
The sword of the Lord and of Gideon.
And they stood every man in his place round about the camp, and all the host ran, and cried, and fled. And the 300 blew the trumpets, and the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the host. And the host fled to Bethshida in Zererath, and to the border of Abel-Meholah unto Tabbath. And the men of Israel gathered themselves together out of Naphtali, and out of Asher, and out of all Manasseh, and pursued after the Midianites. And Gideon sent messengers throughout all Mount Ephraim, saying,
Come down against the Midianites, and take before them the waters unto Bethbara and Jordan.
Then all the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together, and took the waters unto Bethbara and Jordan. And they took 2 princes of the Midianites, Oreb and Zeeb. And they slew Oreb upon the rock Oreb, and Zeeb they slew at the winepress of Zeeb, and pursued Midian, and brought the heads of Oreb and Zeeb to Gideon on the other side Jordan.
All right.
Chapter.
Whoa. We'll stop it right there. It's getting good. You know what I'm saying?
Chapter 8.
Look, it want to play. I know. I get it. But we're gonna hold back. We'll bring it back for part 8 another time. Chapter 8. Yeah. But you know, I like Gideon, man. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. Chapter 8 is five minutes. There's a point that Gideon makes to these same dudes, and it's how we need to, you know, by staying on goal, we dodge the hijack, and that's really what chapter 8 comes into. But just for the initial, just to kind of wet the noodle, you know what I'm saying? Because we just talk about men of valor, right? The mighty men. We talk about Swan knights, right? Now, why do I bring all of this up? Because it goes back into Hosea 3. Now, I didn't catch this for as many times we went over Hosea 3 and 5. I never caught this, and I don't recall anybody else catching this. But check this out, right? So in chapter 3, now Hosea is also Joshua, right? Joshua's book comes before the book of Judges. Now, you know, it's about the 3, 6, and the 9. So we're in chapter 3, and the verse we're going to dig on is verse 3, right? So we are definitely in the number of man. Now it starts off with saying, Then said YaHaWa unto me, Go yet, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress according to the love of YaHaWa towards the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. So I bought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for a homer of barley, and a half homer of barley. Verse 3. And I said unto her, Thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man. So I also be for thee. Now, the part that I really glossed over is this part here. And what I noticed was that in order for me to understand this part here, I had to understand what this means. Okay? So, now, understand the instructions given is that it's going to be many days, right? And in those many days, you're not going to play the harlot. And the harlot is supposed to be the children of Israel. Now, before I continue, just talking about imagery, right? And how they play, how this, it's a lot of word magic. But check this out. When we were digging on Hove, right? Digging on Jove. Now check this out. Then said YaHaWa unto me, Go yet, Jove, a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the Jove of YaHaWa, toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods and Jove flagons of wine. Now, isn't it funny? Because when you connect Job into being with Noah, and you know how one of the things in Noah that he was subject to the drinking. So in any case, just something interesting to kind of point out. But now, what I wanted to point out is that we have to understand what abide means, because YaHaWa says here that so as she's put away, right, he's put away. Now, what does that mean? For all intents and purposes, right, it sounds like YaHaWa is taking a Shabbat. And since he's taking a Shabbat, you know, he's forcing the woman at a price, right, the harlot, to take Shabbat. Right? Alright. Alright. So check this out. Let's look up, do some homework on abide. Okay? Abide. Let this bake your noodle as we close to the dismount. I hope y'all are enjoying surfing the wave. Alright. Abide. Right? Old French. Abaddon. Excuse me. Abaddon. Remain. Wait for. Delay. Remain behind. From G or key. Completive prefix denoting overt of motion. See a dash in the first plus biden. Right? Bide. Remain. Wait. Dwell. See bide. Originally intransitive with genitive of the object. We abiding, right? There it is again, right? His, we waited for him. Transitive sense, endure, sustain, stay firm under, right? Also what? Tolerate. Also what? Bear, right? Talking bear, put up with. Now usually with a negative is from the 1200s, right? Right. Talking about abiding. Now check this out. This is where it kind of get serious. Keep that in the back of your mind. Excuse me. I'm in Colorado, y'all. The air is dry as hell. You gotta stay hydrated. Alright, abide, verb transitive, right? Of abode, abada, to be, right? To be. Or exist. To continue. To continue, right? Now, number one. What is it? To rest. Right? Genesis 29 and 19. Or dwell. Right? Framer and shaper. to tarry or stay for a short time. Genesis 24 and 55. To continue permanently or in the same state. You know, it's kind of trippy when we talking about Utah, right? Judah, Moab. To be firm, fixed, and what? Immovable. Psalms 119 and 90. To remain. To continue. And you got the take the test over in Acts 27:31, Ecclesiastes 8 and 15. Abide, verb transitive. To wait for. To prepare for. So what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be getting prepared, right? Bonds and afflictions abide me. Acts 20:23. For is here understood. I don't know. I'm not certain about that one. To endure or sustain, to abide the indignation of the Lord. Joel 2:11. Right? To bear or endure, to bear patiently. I cannot abide his impertinence. Okay? This verb, when intransitive, is followed by in or at before the place and with before the person. Abide with me at Jerusalem or in this land. Sometimes by on the sword shall abide on his cities in the sense of wait, by far abide for me. Hosea what? 3 and 3, right? Sometimes abide by the crib, right? You're on lockdown, supposed to stay at home, right? Ain't that what we're supposed to be going through? A forced lockdown? But in another vibration, we're supposed to be doing that anyway and letting the place pass over, right? Job 39 and 9. In general, abide signifies to adhere to, maintain, defend, or stand to, as to abide by a promise or by a friend, or to suffer the consequences, as to abide by the event that is to be fixed or permanent in the particular condition. All right. Now, for the dismount. We're only talking about what? Apollyon, the destroyer, the name used in Revelation 9:11, the angel of the bottomless pit, answering to the Hebrew what? Abiding. Remember, vowels don't count. Vowels don't count. Check out. All bake your noodle type of stuff. All bake your noodle kind of stuff. Alright, so let's get it on this here. Let's see here. Alright, this is from Quora.com, and this person breaks down the this current stuff. This current stuff that we're dealing with, when it comes down to a lot of that hijack. So I'm gonna just read on through. It is one of the Y names that came from YaHaWa, right? A lot of artifacts were found with the name on it, and Satan has most people convinced that it is the true name of the true God, even though the Bible says that Jesus, right, dodge the hijack, came in his Father's name, John 5:45, which means that God's name is Jesus. All the Y names come from Yah, right? And we dug on that. Yah is moon in Hebrew, right? Has been found on Babylonian tablets around 2500s, right? I'm assuming BC. Comes from Judaism. Before the Jews were exiled to Babylon, they were called what? Yahwist, right? and it changed into Judaism afterwards, right? Afterwards, the worship Baal Satan, right? Who was worshipped as who? Zeus, Hove, and Rome. Okay, Zeus, Hove, and Rome. Now, I wanted to let you dig on it, and you can surf the wave as far as what she is breaking down. But also at the end of the day, what are we talking about? Well, when you get to I'm talking about Gideon, right? In chapter 8, when you get to chapter 8, and you should dig on it, the battle that takes place at is at Peniel. And Peniel takes you back to Jacob, right? Got cold. In the Hebrew Bible, Peniel is described as an out of our place, far from Succoth, on the east of the Jordan, south of the Cup. It's called Peniel, right? It's called Peniel. This is the same place where Gideon gets down and dodge all hijacks. So if you notice, a lot of this stuff here is dealing with your mind bone. So keep your mind right. The pineal is the pineal is the pineal. You know what I'm saying? The temple is on both sides of your head. How do you enter the temple? Is through your eyes. You know what I'm saying? We've been surfing the wave quite long enough, and now you got weapons to move forward and be safe. YaHaWa. YaHaWa.